Let me know if you can see my screen.
Not yet, sir.
1 minute. I'm just sharing it again. Can you see it now?
No, sir.
Still not visible. Yeah, probably now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was yesterday's chapter which we covered. So I thought of covering the last things, innovation environment in India. I think you remember we have covered till here, the universities, grants, and private laboratories one, correct? These are all functions of organization, like the main factors like inside an organization functions which are unexpected, okay, and then again external stakeholders, the environmental factors may be incongruity, functions like competitors, that is other competitors which will be on process need, okay. As I was telling you, innovation can be done in brainstorming sessions with universities, within the universities, governments, and private laboratories. These would be like a changing in market structure, the demographic changes. These can be discussed. Other nations and regions, we can just compare our innovation things or ideas with other incubation centers. Like we have T Hub, right? Wherein you go with an idea, and if anyone doesn't know on how to build up a technology or an idea into a company, it is the commercialization part, they will help you. Idea can be yours, okay, and all other things can be uh, dealt there, okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, someone joined. Vaishnavi, hi Vaishnavi. So, as you both are there, you can just unmute and let me know if you have any clarifications needed or doubts whenever you have. Okay. You can see my screen, right? In the functions of organization, we have different factors again. The R&D lab, okay. The research and development departments, wherein we can people whoever have ideas, okay, they can brainstorm there, think there, okay, and try to develop that creative idea into an innovation and see if that idea can be commercialized. And if it is commercialized, the creativity is converted into an innovation, okay. And similarly, in the manufacturing session, wherein if you are in a manufacturing company, okay, if you and you get an idea of simplifying a certain process, like if it is molding or forging into a definite shape, probably you can build up and molder yourself or create a molding design, okay, which is very much in need in the market, and you can develop a machine wherein the molding can be done. This will reduce the overall time. The marketing on which we were discussing yesterday, at 2 minutes Maggie, tasty be healthy be one. I think we have covered this one as well, pretty one, right? Correct? You are with me? Hi, Sandhu. Again, as I was
Sorry,
telling the
sir.
competitors, okay, yeah, hi, good morning. You can unmute yourself, all of you. Okay, as we are listening, we can just discuss, or you can ask me anything wherever you need any clarification. Okay. So other factors like competitors, okay, universities, governments, and private laboratories, other nations and regions, okay, the process development needs, industry and marketing structure, demographies, change in perceptions, meaning, and mood, new knowledge. All these can be, okay, other factors. So one assessment that I can give you for next week is, okay, give me certain examples, okay, that can be created by suggestions of consumer, any ad agencies, competitors. Okay, I think we discussed all these. There were ideas from insurance sector, then telecom sector, then IT sector and other things. Correct? Correct? You are with me? You can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it is clearly visible, or it is visible half like the last week?
No, it's full, sir.
Okay. Now let's discuss on the components of innovation. Okay. First one is knowledge. If you can see this figure, I'll just. All right. Uh, the first one is knowledge, wherein we discuss like thinking or trying to discuss on what can go wrong, what can go right on a certain idea. Okay, that is called the creativity part of it. Then the next component would be innovation. Okay, this whatever thinking, the brainstorming, whatever discussion is there, this is put into commercialization part of it. Okay, that is thing analyzing about the capital needed. Okay, the marketing that would be needed. Okay, the target customer, the target segment, everything. So in all, the innovation to be commercialized, we need certain software and hardware. Okay, software, because unlike in traditional days wherein a product is designed and it is sent to market, but now whenever a product is designed, a new innovation is created, okay, it can be spread out through the social media. Correct? Correct. So let's take the example of a smartphone again. It comprises of three main parts: the sensor, okay, which detects the light; the lens, the component in which light comes through; and the image processor. For effective use of it, we refer the manual supplied along with the phone. Now let's discuss on few innovations in the 21st century. Okay, one is the artificial intelligence, the driverless cars. Driverless cars we have already discussed. Smartphones we have already discussed. Social media also we have already discussed. Now let's discuss on the AI part. Okay, artificial intelligence. What is AI? It is an intelligence which requires less of human intervention. Okay, that's called artificial. Artificial, if you take by the exact words of the artificial intelligence word, not original is artificial. Correct? So I'll just give you the definition. Artificial intelligence is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computer programs. In other words, AI's goal or artificial intelligence goal is to make computers or computer programs smart enough to imitate a human mind behavior. So thus it's called artificial intelligence. That is in absence of a human being. AI initiates common sense, problem solving, and analytical reason powering machines, which is much difficult and tedious jobs. Okay. These involve traditional algorithms wherein these are booted to the computer or the robo or whichever device that is performing this artificial intelligence. Okay, and this requires machine language and deep learning. Machine language for simple process, deep learning for complexes process like analyzing data from pictures or videos. Okay, that's a different altogether computer subject altogether. But yeah, let's try to analyze few examples. AI service, artificial intelligence services can be classified into two sectors. One is vertical, and the other is horizontal artificial intelligence. In vertical artificial intelligence, services focus on the single job. Okay, whereas horizontal artificial intelligence services handle multiple tasks. Vertical AIs, that is vertical AI bots. Like you must have seen chatbots on the banking things or chatbots on any website, right? As soon as you log in, you will get a pop-up saying that, "Hi, I am so and so. How can I help you?" Correct? Have you come across any of these things in the recent past? I see Sriman Narayana joined and Kavita also joined. Have you come across any of the chatbots in the recent past in any of the websites or apps that you have surfed recently or heard of these things? Okay, if you have not come across, just browse to any of the banking websites, you will get a pop-up on the uh, right corner, okay, below. Okay, you will get one pop-up saying that, hi, I am so and so, your chat assistant, how can I help you? Okay, that is one of the examples of chatbots. And these perform different tasks on inquiring about your queries and other things. Whereas the horizontal vertical vertical schedule meeting and you do it. Cortana, okay, or you might have heard about Siri in Apple phones or Apple systems. Alexa, again, one of the chatbot type are examples of horizontal AI. They can work more massively as the question and answer setting, such as yeah, when anything you say hello to them, they will say hello. You ask them the today's temperature at a certain place, they will analyze from the website and they will give you. You ask them any doubt and they will give you. Okay, you ask them about any author or a book, okay, they maybe they will give you the link, okay, or quote some things about summary of the project, summary of the books. Okay, and driverless cars, as we were discussing, okay, this has been coming up in the Western countries, okay, recently, and probably in the future we will also get it. We have discussed about the driverless cars in detail, but let's analyze what is actually happening in these cars. Okay. PC Magazine defines a driverless car as a computer controlled car that drives by itself, meaning without an physical driver. Okay. In other words, it's also known as autonomous car or a robotic car. It is a vehicle that is capable of sensing its environment and moving safely with little or no human input. Okay. So, how many of you drive to your workplace or colleges or to the nearest shop or something? All of you drive, or is there anyone who don't drive? Either a
All of
vehicle.
us, all of us will try, sir.
Yeah, it can be a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler as well. Because even in two-wheelers, China is developing, Hawaii company is developing a not I would not say driverless scooter, but a driver can still be there and it can drive itself. Okay, and similarly in Western countries like US, you have four wheelers wherein they drive themselves. So now with the technology advancement of Google Maps, okay, you give them the latitude or longitude or the precise location of where you want to go in the Western countries, the vehicle itself takes you. Needless to say, though there are a few instances of it driving to wrong places, it's still in the evolution stage. Correct? Have you heard about the vehicles taking to the wrong location or the vehicles getting accident and other things from the Western countries? So you might not have heard, or if you have heard, it's good. If you might
Yeah,
not
actually,
have heard,
some technical issues still are there, sir.
yes, 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 it's still in
Small,
evaluation
small,
stage.
small, small.
Yeah,
Yeah, small,
very
small issues are there. They have to overcome those small,
overcome
small
those.
issues.
Correct. The companies are trying to fix these technical bugs. Okay, and the efficiency rate is good, but still, we being humans, we have our doubts. So it's not at as commercialized as other technologies. But yeah, it's slowly erupting. Probably in future we will see driverless cars in India as well. Smartphones, we have discussed in detail on how smartphones have changed, replacing the traditional cameras, okay, the traditional landline phones, the traditional messaging formats like pagers, okay, and the traditional uh, other formats of communication, especially the video call and other thing. Also, with the introduction of AI, few people are able to get knowledge. Okay, I heard one of the IAS aspirant, he studied exclusively one subject from the internet. This guy was a daily coolie in the railway station of Mumbai. Okay, and he used to use the free Wi-Fi service of railway station, and he quoted that he has studied exclusively one subject entirely through YouTube. Okay, so that's one of the best way of utilizing the internet technology. Correct. Uh, the next factor The next biggest innovation in 21st century is social media. We all know about Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Okay, these are traditionally message oriented things or in social interaction things. LinkedIn is a professional social interaction thing. Do you all have a LinkedIn account?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if not, please have one. It would be useful for you. Okay, we all know Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube's. People do or create their own self videos. Okay, we have discussed about one actor who has come up exclusively from YouTube, right? Yeah. Then discussion forums wherein we have Quora. Okay, suppose if you are employed and you want to know about certain company or taste of a certain restaurant, anything, any discussion that can be done on Quora. Okay, then we have other things like bookmarking, content curation networks, wherein Pinterest and Flipboards are there. Okay, you can actually browse through existing literature on this one. Consumer review networks, we all use Zomato, Swiggy, okay, Food Panda, and other things, correct? Wherein we order on the existing, we order based on the existing reviews. Okay, we can filter by knowing the star rated reviews of existing customers. Do you all use this Zomato, Swiggy, Flipkart, sorry, Swiggy, Food Panda, other things? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Otherwise, you can just browse through Swiggy and Zomato. Okay, just try to know what they are into, how the interface is, the mobile apps. Also, try to browse them on the desktop or a laptop just to know the website interface and other things. Next is blogging, publishing networks, etc. We Many of us or whoever is into the social media interaction, they create certain sort of social media blogs or certain articles to know what's happening or to let others view on what's happening. Okay, to get more views from them. For example, one can be to effectively use the content marketing. It's another way of marketing now. Okay, then social shopping networks, we also use this one, though personal things which we are used through WhatsApp marketing and other things. These are some social shopping networks. Interest based networks. Okay, if you have certain music, certain interest on certain thing, like for example, if you are a psychology student, okay, you want to get in touch with a niche people who are exclusively into psychology. Okay, these interest based networks can be opted for. Okay, if not for psychology, any other subjects like, yeah, training or music, or interested in reading books. Okay, interested in going to trekking and other things. uh, the next good invention which is upcoming now is 3D printing. Okay, until now 3D printing was limited to very small objects. Okay, creating or manufacturing certain products like toys for children. Okay, with plastic or clay and other things. But have you come across this news that with 3D printing you can actually build a house? Have you heard about this? Okay.
Had, sir.
Yeah. Recently, one of the post offices was built using this exclusive technology, 3D printing. Okay. Now, as we have discussed the 21st century innovations, let's discuss on how innovation environment is in India. Okay. There are primarily three major things that we need to discuss on this. Okay. In fact, four. Okay. The social cultural environment, the economic environment, the technological environment, and the political legal environment. Let's discuss on the social cultural environment. As quoted by Kotler, people grow up in a particular society that shapes their basic beliefs, values, and norms. So under social cultural environment we have different factors that lead to this one. The one is young with expectation, two changing work ethic, three increasing female representation. Okay. Earlier, innovations were all over certain age. People believed that in all innovations can be done only based on experiences. Okay, based on long lasting relationship with the the creativity which they have. Okay, like majority wise in the traditional days, all innovations were over 45-50 age people, but now youth is coming into it. Okay, for example, the drones ones, new ideas, new creative thinkings are from the younger generation, correct? Okay, I'll take that as yes. Next factor in the social cultural environment is the changing work ethics. Traditional work ethic was highly focused on a day's work or a pay or a quality life. This survival focus has been a barrier to innovation. Now it's undergoing significant change. Personal desires or thinking out of the box, okay, for job satisfaction, okay, being free of oneself, achieving what is being thought or achieving their aims, objectives are all now there. Though few people are employees, they are trying to innovate something, okay, or take up their interests and come up with them. Earlier real estate, if we discuss real estate as one instance here, earlier for real estate people used to commercialize that is building many apartments in very lesser area. But now you might have heard about farm real estates. Okay, now what these entrepreneurs are doing is they are buying a large bunch of areas, okay, specifically in double digit or triple digit hectares, okay, and they are offering about half acre and above, wherein you have one house and greenery around, that is a forest type, wherein whoever wants to be near to the nature part, they are opting for this one. So the change of entrepreneurship, the change of mindset is there. Okay, and as we already all know, increased female representation. Unlike in traditional days, though the literacy rate was not very good. Okay, few women fraternity have come up with new ideas. Okay, but now things have changed. Okay, with the increased literacy rates, okay, women being more creative, okay, more outspoken now, and even the government supporting the women fraternity and equivalent to male fraternity. Okay, now it's all a representation of who is doing how much. Okay, so because we don't see any biasness in the male fraternity and female fraternity, women are equally now thinking, creating, coming up with new ideas, and also equally being placed in many bureaucratic roles, correct? Okay, the next environment is the economic environment. Economic environment consists of growth with limited resources, competition among others, social responsibility concerns, social responsibility concerns. So let's discuss on growth with limited resources. Even at a sector level, India's performance across key measurable parameters have been below their emerging markets over other countries, over the Western countries, specifically Brazil and China, with a significantly wide gap between India and the developed markets such as US and South Korea. Each of these factors will have to improve in resource constrained manner to achieve balanced growth. Though we have come up with new entrepreneurship mindset or the innovation tip mindset, there is a still large way to achieve. Okay. This is what being told with limited resources, because we don't have an unlimited resource like government supporting with necessary subsidies or necessary projections to entrepreneurs along with financial help and other things. Still people are coming up with limited resources. If the resources are being able to given to all the entrepreneurs or all the budding entrepreneurs or prospect entrepreneurs, we can still see that India will grow potentially. Competition. Next factor is the competition. The relationship between product market competition and innovation is an inverted U shape. Indian companies are facing competition from the global companies, wherein the global companies borrow the Indian mindset ideas and come up with a innovation of commercialization. Okay. In the past, cultural resistance to cooperation has been a powerful barrier. However, this cultural resistance is not now being a barrier. The next thing is next factor is social responsibility concerns. The government has made it statutory obligation by an amendment to Companies Act 2013. Companies having a net worth of over 500 crore or more, or over 1000 crore or more, or net profit of over 5 crore or more, in a financial year shall be required to constitute a CSR, that is 2% of their entire profits. Have you heard about the word CSR in the recent past anywhere? Someone, can you reply? Have you heard about CSR? Okay, I'll tell you. The recent rainfalls which we had drastically, okay, have damaged many rural areas in Telangana. Okay, majority of the companies or the film fraternity have donated some funds. All these funds are, or few of these funds are in terms of CSR. Okay, wherein the companies have to spend on an average of 2% each year on their overall profits. That's what CSR is. The technological environment consists of four factors again: high research and development emphasis, technological driven innovations, operations driven innovations. Okay, R&D helps us. Okay, research and development helps us to come up with new ideas, or to develop the existing ideas, to create new ideas, brainstorming them. Okay, thus in technological environment, R&D can be one of the important factor. Similarly, technological driven, to make existing things simpler. For example, the process rate of a technology determines the innovation rate. Within a span of 20 years, since 95 till the 2014, telecom sector recorded 910 mobile phone subscriptions. That is 18 times the number of landline connections in 2006. This one which we were discussing earlier, people used to have one landline phone in the entire family of at least four. But now each one of us have one mobile each at least. Okay, and few people have two mobiles each. Next, operations driven. To simplify operations, these operations driven innovations can be encouraged. For example, Narayana Health Group and Arvind Eye Hospital have lowered their cost of heart and eye surgeries through operational actions achieved from volume driven business models. A similar case can be discussed about the Eli Prasad one. Okay, though they are into supporting the oppressed people, free, they do some or few surgeries free of cost. Next is the political legal environment, and the factors include liberalized policies, rural development focus. I think we all know about the liberalization for LPG, privatization and globalization 1991. The then Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao has come up with certain policies, okay, wherein investments from the foreign countries can be driven in India. Okay. And what does liberalized policy says? Government policies can encourage or discourage innovation. Government export-import policies, tax concessions, laws relating to wages, etc., have significant impact on business management in general and on innovation management. In particular, Indian liberalization has been on the way, encouraging investments in and expansion of the private sector and startups. The Make in India program by the current Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a big boost to SME sectors, SME, small and medium enterprise sectors. Also, the central union government is also promoting, okay, local to global, and this is what the rural development focus tells us. Okay, please go through the summary. Okay, it gives you the entire chapter summary. Shall we start the second chapter?
Yes, sir.
Okay, before that I want you to just go through this case study, okay, and come up with certain ideas. So next class we will be discussing on ideas, what ideas you had, okay, or if you have come across one new innovation, okay, just prepare a 1 to 2 page idea thing, and that would be your assignment for the chapter 1. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So let's start chapter 2, Introduction to Innovation Management. Till now, we have discussed creativity, okay, innovation, and other things. Now, what is innovation management? Okay, uh, we'll have to manage any process until the process is in a certain laid down procedure. It cannot be managed well. So, in order to know this, we will be discussing all this in the introduction to innovation management. What will we come to know after completing this chapter? We will know the meaning and evaluation of innovation management, the scope, its significance and characteristics, understand the systems approach to the innovation management, gain knowledge and understand the assumptions and barriers of innovation management, discuss how barriers to innovation management can be overcome, also understand on the lessons from selective innovative companies. Okay, so let me know if you can see my PPT. You can see my PPT, right?
No, not fully, sir. Half only.
Okay, half only. Then I think I will have to go with that book only. But book you can see fully, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have an option except to continue with this one. Okay. So, what do you think innovation management is? Can any one of you just give me whatever you think? It can be right or wrong. Probable thing. Any one of you. Come on, some of you can speak. Now you can see my screen, entire screen.
No, sir.
Okay, I'm trying. Okay, can you see the book?
Not fully. This also.
Oh, not fully. Yeah.
Hmm.
1 minute. I'm just trying to fix that if that can be possible from my end. New share window. Okay, now can you see the book part?
Nothing is there, sir. Nothing is there, sir. No, nothing is showing.
Nothing is showing. Okay, fine. I'll just share the book then. I have no other option. Okay, now you can see the book part, right? Even now, nothing is showing, correct? Fine,
Yes,
no
sir.
problem. We'll go ahead with the book because you already have the copy of that. Can any one of you tell what would be innovation management? An approximate guess.
Whatever the new things we are going to develop, how to manage those new things, new inventions.
Okay. Okay. Anything more to add? Just confirm if you can see the screen now.
Yeah. Fine, sir.
Entire screen, correct?
Yes, yes.
Great. So, what do we need for managing any process? Okay. Innovation management. Let's discuss about the meaning, definition, and process. Okay. Innovation, like human resource management. Okay, you have a human resource management subject, correct? Is a pervasive is pervasive in an enterprise and permeates all levels of organization. As such, managing innovation is a complex task itself. It is responsibility of every supervisor in an organization. The support from senior management is crucial for successful innovation. Clear direction, endorsement, or support from them are essential. The goal of innovation management in an organization is to cultivate a suitable environment to encourage innovation. The suitable environment would help the organizations get creative ideas and launch innovative projects or innovation projects. Uh, and let's now discuss about the definitions. As Gartner said, innovation management is a structured process of generating, capturing, discussing, improving, then organizing it and evaluating. Post that, prioritizing the valuable insights or any other alternative things that would otherwise not have emerged through normal process. Okay, this is innovation management. So please read this definition again. Probably we'll have to quote this in your exams. And let's discuss another definition by Luisicki and Kurtz. Innovation management is the successful introduction of something new. It is an embodiment and synthesis of a knowledge in original, relevant, valued new products, process, or services. Okay. In simple sense, innovation management is planning something, then organizing it in a definite manner, leading it. Okay, leading the teams or encouraging the teams to come up with certain innovations and after organizing, and then controlling it. Okay, how did innovation management evolve? Innovation management, before examining the evaluation of innovation management, let's understand how innovation was driven. Two approaches: push or technology driven and pull or user driven. Okay, so that is, one is technology driven, one is user driven. Need. One is user driven is definitely the need based things. Technology driven, the innovators come up with some innovation, okay, and they put it in the market, and then the public who are interested can buy. User driven is on a day to day basis, the idea comes from the users within, and then it is evolved in the market. Correct? Now let's discuss push or technology driven. Innovation can arise from the arrival of a new technology or from the conversations of two or three existing technologies. Innovation here is organized around R&D and animated by teams of scientists and engineers through a technological innovation project. The innovations can be protected by patents. We were discussing the intellectual property rights, right? Then again, copyrights and other thing. These can be patents, and pioneering firms can have time to amortize their R&D effort and create a sound market position. Okay, smartphones, for example, a product developed due to technological rush. R&D by sales ratio is often R&D or is often the criteria to quantify the innovative nature of the company. So, mobile technology, mobile phones, which have come up as a technologically driven, we are all using it now. So this is an example of a push or technological driven innovation. Now let's discuss on pull or user driven. It is based on finding areas where customers needs are not met and finding solutions to those needs. Like I was telling, it comes from the users. The user's needs are not met, and the user comes up with certain ideas. Okay, these ideas are then commercialized through some incubation or something. Thus it is called pull or user driven. It is innovation by use, one that emerges from need in an favorably ecosystem. The willingness to change a use can also act as a trigger. For example, electronic cigarettes. Okay, ideally, let's discuss something else. Okay, instead of cigarettes. Okay, we were discussing the other day about mosquito bats. This is a user-driven or pull-driven innovation management. Okay, and Let's see what the book says. For those planning to quit smoking, okay, they are effective means of products or services and target niche markets. For those who, for those who, for those planning to quit smoking, they are effective means of doing it. The designer's roles, the creativity, ability of an organization to offer customized products or service and target niche markets are key success factors in innovation by usage, in which technology is secondary. Take Apple and Facebook, for example. These are visionaries, able to imagine and implement new uses and new forms of exchange. So now let's discuss how the innovation management evaluated. In 1930s, innovation was conceptualized. Austrian economist Joseph Schumpeter identified innovation as a significant factor in an economic growth. His book Capitalism, Socialism and Democracy first fully developed the concept of creative destruction. Okay. From 1930s till mid 60s, it was a technological push. Society had favorable attitude towards scientific progress. Government subsidized R&D in universities and companies. Consumer demand exceeded the supply of goods. Organizational strategies were technologically oriented. Most organizations were functionally organized. Then came the period of mid 1960s to late 1970s. That is the market pull innovation. This is a period of relative prosperity, but with slowdown in economic growth. Organization strategies focused on growth to attain economies of scale and on diversification. To reduce financial risk, innovation processes are managed as projects. That is, divisions from internal clients that directly fund the R&D. Corporate R&D unit as sources of innovation push technology to the market. Now, let's go to the late 1970s to early 1990s, the two-decade one here. Market pull and technological push combined, both. Okay. This is a period with two oil crises, inflation and demand saturation, that resulted in falling of incomes, raising unemployments, companies raising unemployments. And then the company strategies focused on what was called cost control and reduction. Organizations became more flexible and less hierarchical. Responsibilities were delegated to business units. Knowledge about technology and market needs was used throughout the innovation process. To obtain this knowledge, networks were framed with internal and external parties, and during the 1980s, marketing departments instigated the demand through promotional campaigns to generate market pull. During the 1990s, the balanced push pull innovation systems were operated. Now, let's discuss from the early 1990s to the early 2000s. Globalization and internal competition. This was the period wherein we have gone through the LPG process, the liberalization, globalization, and privatization. Okay, we went in 1991, and this was the period which promoted India also to accept foreign direct investments. Globalization and international competitions changed the scenario. Information and communications, IT and communications, influence internal and external business process, strategic alliances, external networking became important. Time to market gained significance. Team based and project based structures were put in place. Parallel processes, coordinated networks, and open source innovations were seen during this period. The 2000s, innovation to ecosystem. Scholars started to investigate innovation ecosystems that contain self-driven corporate innovation systems and interactions with its surround environment. The 2010s, the increase of digital arena, open digital innovation ecosystem, strong influence from digital transformation and digital platforms that will further integrate the current or the then innovation management theories into open digital innovation ecosystems. Ideas, the response by manager and etc. And then the encourage experimentation. That is companies, okay, governments had started encouraging people or encouraging like-minded prospects to come up with a certain experimental way of new creativity and other things. Good management knows that innovation, entrepreneurship, and creativity only thrive in an open environment. Thus, The freedom to experiment, explore, test, and create without fear of punishment or embarrassment was encouraged. Value originality. Good management values every idea in, in its search for originality. In effect, nothing is sacred. Everything's up for discussion. Every idea has merit and demerits. Concept is worth exploring. Most ideas will fall through the cracks, but every once in a while, some champion will burst forth from his or her cocoon with a eureka. It says that, unlike in the traditional days, wherein if anyone comes up with very small idea or a silly idea or not of that much importance ideas, these were still discussed. Okay, and among a few, at least one would have come up, or one would have been developed into commercialized way. That is why value originality tells us. Support innovators, the governments, okay, the companies, the capitalists, okay, other people started supporting innovators. Okay, uh, in what ways? Good management legends, creative and entrepreneurial people need sounding boards, sounding boards, people to present ideas, to help put things into perspective and to support them, people to gently guide them, to listen to their problems and help translate their ideas into usable formats, to acknowledge their successes and to put failures into perspective, understand mistakes. Okay, all these organizations, okay, and other things, they supported the prospect entrepreneurs or the prospect creative thinkers in understanding the mistakes that are being conducted by the creative thinkers. Okay, these mistakes were discussed in order to overcome these. And as Fletcher Byrom once said, that to be successful, you should make sure you generate reasonable number of mistakes. Andrew Grove likens management to sports over time. He says we are bound to lose 50% of our games. Good management should learn to win through failures. Reward success. Yeah, we should definitely reward success, because with rewards comes up new ideas. And the factor says good managers create a supportive environment for the innovators and acknowledge their contribution both in public and private. Similarly, build pride. As Managemnet says, good managers seem to have a consistent style that somehow makes environment involved with their businesses feel like one of the chosen few. They are quick to give credit to specific individuals. When they don't like something, they criticize the development, not the people who worked on it. Most importantly, they generate mutual respect. Okay, this pride was discussed by the management. Okay, when an individual performs better, he is encouraged, he is rewarded, and he is taken as a pride to the organization. But if he does a mistake, the mistake was discussed on concept based ones or an issue based one, not an individual based. So we should take pride on this one. Lessons from selective innovative companies. Okay, I think we shall discuss this one in the next class. Till now, any doubts that you have? You're all with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, till now, any doubts which you have? You can see my screen, right? I am stopping the screen now. Yeah, now it's a discussion point on chapter 1 and 2 both put together. 2 till whatever we covered now. Any doubts? Any clarifications that is needed? Sangeeta, Sriman Narayan, you want to discuss on something, or I will ask you few questions now.
We can check with questions, sir. I think if everybody's clear with their.
Okay, so let's ask few questions. Major issues pertaining to innovation management. What do you think would be major issues that pertain to management, innovation management, especially? Anyone? Anyone? Don't worry. That may be very silly to quote. Still, we can discuss it. You can learn from that, right?
The major point where I can put here is like if any innovation, like say by chance gets failed, so a lot of investment or the time put or whatever will get no use. So there is always a threat of any invention getting failed or not getting success.
Correct. Definitely. Firstly, everyone thinks it's a capital investment loss, but it would be a demotivation for that respective innovator. Okay, because like you told, he or she might have invested a certain capital, certain amount of time, certain amount of what do you the outcome from it. Okay, he or she might have expected certain amount of outcome from it. When all these are not mere reaching his or her expectations, then the chance of being getting demotivated is very much there.
Yeah, because
But
emotionally also connected with few inventions.
correct. Okay, but having said that, like we discussed, every failure should be another step to success. Okay, at one stage or the other, he or she might have being blocked by certain barriers. Okay, like we discussed the different barriers on a literature view. Okay, social barriers or technological barriers or political legal barriers and other things, external factors, internal factors, capital barriers, etc. Okay, but all this, as an entrepreneur, as an innovator, okay, one should be prepared on all these factors. Okay, he or she should be prepared on all these factors. If you are prepared well in advance, okay, you can try to develop a solution of every problem that you might that you might face. Okay, in these different stages of the innovation management cycle or entrepreneurship cycle. Okay, for example, suppose you have invested some x amount of money for the introductory of the product. Okay, and you think that will be taken care. No, you should also have a plan. You should also organize your capital or finances in such a way that tomorrow, if needed, you'll have to invest more on marketing. Okay, or try to do a research in the market, that is to know how customers are perceiving the product. That is a primary study to understand one-to-one tastes of the product or a service. Or you should also be prepared to make certain changes in the product or service. Okay, to match the requirements of the target customer. Correct.
Yes, sir.
So apart from this, any other thing that you think maybe a few barriers that can come up?
Sometimes some innovations come up with some challenges with the day-to-day lives. Like say some invention has some kind of a drawback where it is very difficult for an individual to take up, like I can say pollution, which affects the environment. So, at times, I'm just giving an example.
Please. Correct. So, a good example of this would be anyone? I'll tell you one. We all know Delhi, right? Delhi is now suffering with pollution. Okay. Few years back, Delhi government has taken to abolish or ban all diesel vehicles. Okay. And also come up with the scrappage policy of vehicles which are over 15 years. Okay. This step was taken by the government because they have observed from certain study, okay, that all these over 15 years vehicles were causing much pollution. So this can be one example. Now, how these shall be scrapped, that was a major thing. And then the central government came up with the vehicle scrappage facility back in 2019-20, and it is now gradually being implemented in one of the 1, 2, 3, 4 of 5 of the states. Okay, very soon we will see all states also falling in line on this one. So, uh, not all states, not all states are very stringent on this one. Okay, I see that the time is up for us, 11:32. Okay, thanks for joining the class. We will again meet the next week. Okay. Meanwhile, please complete the assignment which I told you from the chapter 1. Okay.
Sir, you said yesterday you will take evening class, but there was no class evening.
I told if I have to take class, I will inform you.
Okay.
I did not take because a few students are from different electives. Not all of you will be there in that respective class.
Yes, we have different classes.
Yes, yes. So that's why I couldn't join the 3 to 4 session. That's why I joined today.
No worries. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Take care and please prepare that chapter 1 assignments for next week.
Sir, I have a small query here.
Please.
Like we have only 4 offline classes if this week and then coming 4 more classes, I think almost. So how we will be finishing the chapter? Like you have any plan of action for this? Like,
Yeah, I have a plan of action. Till now, we have completed about 2 chapters, not completely. Second chapter, we have another 2 sections that needs to be completed, and we have another 2, 4, 6 periods, if I'm not wrong. Okay, I'll just quickly check. 1 minute. So the next class is on 9th and 10th. We have 2 periods, and 16th and 17th. That is, we have 4 periods, and we have 3 chapters to cover. Block 3, Block 4, and Block 5, and another 2 sections of Block 2, correct? So we will cover this, and from the next class, if the PPT is there, yeah, we can finish little early and also discuss on all the things. Now, as we are discussing the definitions and other things, it's taking little time. But yeah, from next time, I'll check with the technical department of the university if we can see the entire screen of the PPT.
I think maybe your MacBook is giving some issue with the display.
Probably. I'll try to shift to non-Apple asset next week.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's time for you all to join the next class. Please join.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good day. Bye-bye.
Same.